First of all, thanks everyone for being here. As many of you know, about 4 months ago, we announced that we were going to double the capacity of our summer camps, as well as quadruple the amount of scholarships that are available for kids to access our summer camps. I mean, we realized very early in this process, and we are not unique, this is occurring all over America, that potentially, without doing something, this could be a very long, hot summer and potentially violent summer in cities all over America. And we took the initiative to do what we had never done before. I mean, for example, last summer we handled approximately 4,000 kids in our summer camps. We anticipate this year being close to 8,000 kids that we are getting out of some very desperate environments and putting them with some of the people that you see here behind me, some of our amazing Parks and Recreation folks. Any kid that we can get off the streets and away from the seduction and the lure of the gangs and the streets is a kid that potentially we can save. Any kid that we can put in the hands of our Parks and Recreation personnel to provide great role models and great mentors and to focus their activities on something positive is a good thing. And so in addition to what we have already done, we are announcing today, and we're going to have to phase this in over the summer. The two of them will be open this weekend, is that we are going to open up our parks and recreational facilities 7 days a week till midnight. Our goal is for those vulnerable young men and women who oftentimes have no place else to go, oftentimes are living in single-parent households where the mom or their dad are working oftentimes 2 jobs, long hours to try and provide the basic fundamental necessities for their kids, which means the kids are left unattended. And a child left unattended in an environment where there are guns, where there are violence, where there are role models that would cause them to make the wrong choices in life, that's not acceptable to me. And so to the extent that we can take advantage of the buildings that we have that are open already 5 days a week to about 6 o'clock and use those to get some of these kids into a healthy environment, to allow them to burn off their energy, to allow them to play sports, to do crafts, to learn different skills in a healthy, wholesome environment, we're going to do. There's a cost associated with that, but I would submit to you that whatever we pay to do this, if we can save one kid, it's worth it. And so for us, over the next month or so, we're hopefully going to have upwards of 9 new facilities that will have extended hours and that will be open 7 days a week. They are in what is largely high poverty, high crime areas, because we know that's where the kids who are most vulnerable are living. And we want to provide for them a much better environment, particularly for those in those teenage years where they are particularly vulnerable to the seduction of the streets. We're also giving for young people, teenagers, 13, 14-year-olds, if they show up at one of these facilities after hours, we will give them a free rec card. So they don't have to purchase a rec card. That rec card will be good for a year. They can use that rec card anywhere else in the city. And I think if we do this, not only will it help Chief Ward and the Tampa Police Department, but I think potentially it will save lives, and there may be, this may be an example for other cities around the country to do something similar. So we are all in on this. Tomorrow, this week is where it starts. It will be at Jackson Heights and Spring Hill. We look forward, and I appreciate the Parks and Rec staff for getting involved in this. I know we tax you as it is, but for these people that are here behind me, what they do and what their passion is kids. It's keeping kids safe. It's providing great role models for kids. It's coaching kids. It's mentoring kids. It is creating an environment for these young people that they can grow and they can prosper and they can be safe. And they can, like my daughter at 14, can turn that next chapter in their life and don't end up as a statistic. So we're excited about this. There'll be kinks along the way. We recognize that. There will be staffing issues that we're going to have to staff up on, and there is a cost associated with this, but that is a cost that we are absolutely going to pay. So I'm excited, and hopefully at the end of this summer, there'll be less incidents of gun violence. There'll be less fatalities, as we have witnessed in the last week or two, and there'll be more young men in particular who can find role models like Charlie Bradley or Coach Regina or any of the folks that are here today that have spent their lives in pursuit of giving kids a good environment. For our police officers, the facilities will be safe. We will be deploying officers to assist in this effort as well. And so I think this is a very holistic, comprehensive approach targeted at the areas that need it the most, to the young people who are most vulnerable. My kids are going to be okay, but that's not what I'm worried about. It's those kids in East Tampa and West Tampa that we really need to look after. So that's what we're announcing, and we'll see how the summer goes, but I think this is a great first step.